And here we are back for week 5. The Mustangs are back home and they're facing the Blue Valley Tigers. As we're going to watch them do their walkout here. Blue Valley's theme tonight is Glow. Student section dressed out in some neon colors. And here goes the players. So Blue Valley wearing all white tonight as their away uniforms. Band plays the alma mater. Blue Valley's done their walkout. And in just a moment here, Blue Valley North is going to come out, and it's going to be electric. Blue Valley North theme tonight. It's military night here at the deck. So lots of red, white, and blue in this student section. We'll have some performances related to the military at halftime. And very respectful day for anyone in the military as we honor their service. And here we go. Ready to run out. Number 15, Quentin Wallace, and number 1, Bobby Knighton. Look like they're going to lead the charge here. Ready to run out the tunnel. So the offensive starting lineup is going to run out here first. Bobby Knighton coming out first. Number 1, wide receiver. He had 1 touchdown on a jet sweep yesterday. Now coming out, Zaya Hill. He's golfing the tight end. Number 10, Dylan Sarna. Bow and arrow, he's the best receiver on this team. And here's the general, Lark Anderson. Quentin Wallace, the team leader, the tight end, plants the flag. He's hyped up. Frankie Treban, dog walking. Connor Nutt, the offensive lineman. Noah Morris, another offensive lineman. Here are the big boys coming out here now. Davis Weber. The big boys are out. And here comes the rest of them, led by number 9, Brock Mislowski. Cannons go off with the American flag, the Blue Valley North flag. This place is electric. Apologies for the break. It seems that the cannon caused some noise issues here. So both players lined up here. We'll get started at the national anthem here. The Mustangs marching band is going to play the national anthem here. An incredible rendition of the national anthem by the Mustangs Marching Band. And now the national anthem's done, we're about to meet the team captains for tonight, as both teams are going to meet in the middle, see who gets the kick and who gets the return. So we see number 15, Quentin Wallace, out there. Here comes number 6, Braylon Johnson. Brock Mislowski's out there too. And Ashton Morgan suffered an injury last game. Captains for Blue Valley, number 9, Earl Eric. Number 90, Lincoln Stove, correction. Number 26, Brady Hoffman. And number 72, Justin Robertson. So, exchanging pleasantries in the middle there. So, mostly seniors here. All seniors and one junior are the captains tonight. So, some senior representation for Blue Valley North. Same thing for the Tigers. Blue Valley North, regular home uniforms here. Always a refreshing sight to see that Navy, especially after an away game. Most recent Mustangs away game played against Blue Valley West. They were down 21-0 at halftime. Crawled their way back, made it 28-21, but ultimately lost 34-28. So a thriller of a game last week. You can find it on BVN Broadcast if you'd like to rewatch it. After the kickoff, Blue Valley North is going to receive, meaning that here comes the Tigers, ready to kick off. The Tigers versus the Mustangs. Some wild animals butting heads tonight. Here we go. The Mustangs are ready to receive. Out to return, Frankie Triban, Dylan Sarna, and Jax Lemon. Number 14 there, Jax Lemon, is a freshman. So it's good to see some freshman representation, and it's rare to see it on varsity. So some real talent there. We'll see what happens if he ends up getting this ball. Most of these kicks are received, however, by Frankie Triban. He loves to get in there, and he knows how to run. So Creighton Burnbeck, number 23, with the kick. He is also a wide receiver and a defensive back. Out for the kick. A little bit low. And Sarna's going to take it. Got a good blocking convoy, but just one miss, and he's brought down quickly. Hudson Likens with that tackle. Now, this Blue Valley Tigers defense needs to be talked about. Allowing only an average of 11 points per game against all of their previous opponents. They're certainly locked down. They've got multiple D1 commits on their defensive line. We'll talk about them leading in throughout the night. We'll be on the lookout for them. Now Anderson is going to kick this game off with the snap. He'll hand it to Triban and goes nowhere. Stopped just a little bit further than the line of scrimmage. Number 4, Dawson Merritt. And talk about a D1 commit on this defense. Dawson Merritt, a 4-star linebacker. Guess where he's going? Alabama. He was offered just a few months ago, and he immediately accepted it. So he's committed to Alabama. He'll be there around this time next year, as he is a senior. Set a receiver in motion, but the landed Triban again, and the ball's loose. The ball comes loose, and the Tigers have, yes, the Tigers did get it. On the second play of the game, the Blue Valley Tigers force a fumble, and guess what? They are 4 yards away from the red zone already. So 1st and 10 on the 25. A fumble, but let's point this out. That fumble may have been slightly common. Last game, I will tell you this defensive stat line. This entire defense of Blue Valley Tigers combined for 3 fumbles and 1 interception in just one game. In their win, they won 20-10 over St. James Academy. Now the quarterback, he'll throw it out really quick. Number 1, Jackson Hooper. He's fast. He drives a man to the ground. Brock Mizlowski eventually brings him down. 22 yards on the first play of the Tigers' drive. 3 yards to go into the end zone. So the quarterback here would be number 12, Chris Ayeyo, but he is not in. Instead, it will be Taft Stove. He'll hand it off to the running back, and he'll be stuffed at the line. The running back, Charlie Stachovac. Charlie Stachovac, that's who you want to look out for on this offense of the Tigers. Last game, he had almost identical stats to the Mustangs' own Frankie Triban. 170 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. It was the best game of his high school career. Very tight formation for the Tigers. And a quarterback will run it on his own. It'll be a keeper. But he will not go anywhere. Number 3, Hunter Mayer makes sure of that. So number 18, Taft Stove, taking the snaps at quarterback. All right, in another tight formation. They'll hand it to Stachovac. High snap, but he gets in. On 3rd and short, the Tigers have already scored. Charlie Stachovac rushing in, getting a touchdown. So a high snap there, but number 18, Taft Stove, seems to be the backup quarterback there. Catches it, hands it to Stachovac, no problem. Now, McGuire Richmond for the extra point here. Now, McGuire Richmond, not as a kicker, but as a defensive lineman, committed to Kansas State University. Another D1 commit on Blue Valley's defense. He soars that kick with good accuracy. And 7-0. Blue Valley. So, in just a few minutes, it only took for Blue Valley to score. Repeat that. It only took 3 minutes and 30 seconds for Blue Valley to score. I believe the microphone just cut out there a little bit. Apologies for that. But nevertheless, a very, very quick offensive drive after the forced fumble from Blue Valley's very strong defense. So the same 3 in the backfield. Frankie Triban, Dylan Sarna, and correction, it'll be Will McMonigal is number 14 back to receive. So not Jack Slimman, but Will McMonigal is number 14. He received in the end zone, making it an automatic touchback. Sarna with the kick. Sorry, Sarna with the kick catch. So at around the same field positioning, just 5 yards shorter than when their previous drive ended. Hopefully the same thing doesn't happen here. Triban in the backfield. Anderson's going to take the snap. He will hand it to Triban, and we could hear the crack of those pads up here. Frankie Triban rushing with some power right into the Blue Valley line. Second down and 6 for Blue Valley North. Same formation for the Mustangs. Anderson takes the snap. He will hand it off to Triban again on an outside run. And he's quickly brought down. Did that ball come loose again? Let's see what the referees say. Yes, it did. Another forced fumble from Blue Valley. Brady Hoffman picking up that fumble. And I am at a loss for words here. Yet again, another forced fumble before the Mustangs could even cross the 40-yard line. So the Mustangs haven't gone into their own territory yet. Blue Valley has already scored, and now they're threatening to score again. Receiver in motion. He'll line up on the line. It's a handoff to Stachevak. He makes it through his gap. He's got a blocker, and he'll go in. On the first play of the drive, Blue Valley has scored again. So, on the very first play, it took Blue Valley 3 plays to make it to the end zone last time, and only 1 now on this drive. Guess who? Charlie Stachevak already has 2 touchdowns. He's already tied his career high. And it's quarter 1. And yet again, McGuire Richmond, the Kansas State commit as a defensive back. Not as a kicker, but he can still kick. He proves it there and nails it just like he did last time. So, not the start at all for the Mustangs that they wanted. A nightmare scenario for Blue Valley North, and if you're Blue Valley, you must be dreaming. 2 forced fumbles on 2 drives. And they're 1 short of their forced fumble total from yesterday, or correction, from last week when they played St. James Academy. Here's the kickoff. Soren looks like it will be out of bounds yet again. Yep, it will be. Triban will roll out the back. So something's got to happen for the Mustangs offense. There hasn't been a single pass so far. So if you're looking to switch up the game plan, if you're Gene Weir, Blue Valley North's coach, and looking to switch up the game plan, well, I would assume that you'd go to the air, but we'll see what happens. And Blue Valley student section already taunting, and it's certainly fitting, up 14-0. So Anderson's going to take the snap. Augustus in the backfield, it fakes it, and they will pass, but dropped by Bobby Knighton. So the first pass, incomplete. It was an attempted screen pass to Bobby Knighton. So it'll still be 2nd and 10. Caden Augustus will still stay on after 2 fumbles from Frankie Triban. Looks like they're playing it safe and putting in Augustus, the sophomore. And Augustus, they will hand it off to him. He's got a blocker in Zaya Hill, and he'll pick up some light yardage there. So, Caden Augustus running behind Zaya Hill, the tight end, picks up 4. It'll be 3rd and 6. And 8 minutes still remaining in just the first quarter. Now Anderson sets Quentin Wallace in motion, the tight end. He's looking to Quentin Wallace. He'll throw it to him. And tackle for loss against Quentin Wallace. He's stuffed and then pushed out of bounds. Number 9, McGuire Richmond, all up in Quentin Wallace's business. So, forces a loss, and the punting unit is going to come out for the Mustangs. They are not going to let the Tigers get any good yardage because they saw what happened when they gave them good yardage in the last 2 drives. So, McGuire Richmond doing McGuire Richmond things and making the big stop on 3rd down. And in fact, he almost blocks that punt there. He's just a little late. So Parker Stevens back to return, but he will not attempt it. It goes out to the 36, and that's where the Mustangs will start. And out for another time, the Tigers setting Jackson Hopper in motion, but they'll hand it off. Big rush. Almost picks up the first down, but he's just a little bit short. Hayden Ward, the junior, with the carry. 5'10", 170 pounds. He's a little bit shifty there. Now Chris Ayeo is now in. He went 9 for 18 last week, 71 passing yards. They'll hand it back off to the same man. He will pick up the first down, so Hayden Ward, another carry for another big gain. He's shoved out by number 17, Gavin Dilley. So the Tigers are marching, and here's a fun fact. Blue Valley has not faced So they are going to keep Hayden Ward in there. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's a term I use a lot as, well, it's a true term for football. And fake the handoff, but they'll hand it to Hopper. This time he catches it, makes a move, and gets the first down. So Gavin Dilley was tracking him, trying to stop him from getting the first down, but Jackson Hopper, a little juke move, and finds the first down. And I'm not sure what's going on, but it seems like the Tigers are allergic to third downs. And Blue Valley now inside the red zone. 6 minutes left in this first quarter. We're going to set a receiver out far in motion. And the jet sweep unsuccessful. Ball's on the ground, but it is recovered. So Ayeo falls on it. Good instincts there, but Grant Westfall, they tried to get the jet sweep off to him, but some mistimed running and leads to the fumble. So 2nd and long now, and will we face the first third down? Let's see. And if you really think about it, no third downs for either team during this game, as Blue Valley North has fumbled before they could reach the third down. Ooh, pocket's blown up. Ayeo runs out and has to throw it short. He throws it to the safe man, Grant Westfall. He's been getting a lot of touches this drive, but good defense there. Forces the first third down, and it will be 3rd and long. 14 yards to get the first. And Jackson Hopper had 3 receptions for 30 yards last game. He's already clearly outdone that. Already ran for more than 30 yards and already received more than 3 balls. And pocket's blown up. Ayayo runs out of a 3rd tackle. My goodness. Ayayo was wrapped up by 2 Mustang defenders, but shimmies his way out. And number 33, Hampton Stites, is finally able to bring him down, but it will result in the 4th down. 2 consecutive big plays from Blue Valley North forces the Tigers to kick. So Blue Valley makes this kick. It'll extend to a 3-possession game. A good sequence towards the end of that drive for Blue Valley North, and timeout is called. Not sure what that timeout was for, unless they would be considering going for it on 4th and 10, or maybe just a miscommunication. But timeout's called nevertheless. Blue Valley down a timeout. And that not only gives Blue Valley time to decide what they're going to do, but they're going to kick. It gives the Mustangs time to figure out this formation. Let's see. And they are still going to kick it. Maybe there was just a miscommunication that led to the timeout before the field goal. So here's the field goal. Mustangs having a lot of 4 safe men on this kick, trying to distract that kicker. And multiple Blue Valley North Mustangs get in on that kick, but none of them quite reach it. Frank Hall was in on there, but 1 pace too late. However, the kick is no good from the Tigers, so the drive will be switched around. Blue Valley North's going to take it from there. I appreciate all of the support from everyone watching the broadcast currently. We thank you for tuning in. So, missed field goal from Blue Valley. Mustangs with the ball. Out from the 21, Anderson takes the snap. Gonna hand it off. Frankie Triban with the big stiff arm. Frankie Triban. And that's a power play. Frankie Triban was almost brought down right at that line of scrimmage, but he gets a humongous stiff arm, and it'll be Parker Stevens saving the touchdown. Now the Mustangs in a hurry up. They're already running another play. They hand it to Triban again. He finds a gap, but he is driven back fast and far. Eric Earl in on that tackle. Correction. It'll be number 3, Drew Arnett. That gold and black contrast really nice against that white and navy. Good uniform matchup here. And it'll be a pass to Sarna. Sarna immediately tackled. Yet again, Drew Arnett tackling Dylan Sarna. And Dylan Sarna had a little bit of a quiet game yesterday compared to his other days. He's typically showing up on Friday night, but last week against Blue Valley West, it was the Bobby Knighton show. Gonna hand it to Augustus. Augustus running with some speed. Only picks up a few yards. 4th and 2 for Blue Valley North. Let's see if they're gonna go for it. They're on the Tigers side of the field. And looks like they might go for it here. No one back to return for the Tigers. So that opens up another opportunity if you do want to fake it. Frankie Triban can punt. So remember that, but it does look like it'll be a 4th down attempt. On 4th and 2, they'll hand it to Triban on an outside pass. Triban trucks a man, and this is going to be close. Are they going to say he got it? Let's see. Yes, they will. Blue Valley North on the outside run. Picks it up using Frankie Triban on that outside run. And Frankie Triban has been strong today. Trucking a man, stiff arming a man. He wants it bad. Dia Hill, the tight end. Bobby Knighton and Dylan Sarna out at wide receiver. Anderson's going to take it on his own. Shakes a tackle, but is brought down. Number 92, Ethan Wolf, senior. He's 6 foot 200 pounds. Force to be reckoned with. Trips up Anderson and only allows for a gain of 1. So Anderson was looking for lane to run in. Didn't see it on the outside, so cut back to the inside and tripped up almost immediately by the strong Tigers defense. 2nd and 9. Anderson wants to pass. He wants to throw deep. Sarna's open, but no! He just misses Dylan Sarna. And Dylan Sarna on the go route, he ran straight forwards, used his speed to beat his man, and that ball just slightly outside for Dylan Sarna. 3rd and 9 for Blue Valley North. And Lark Anderson passes it to Augustus, but just a little bit too high. And Augustus had a head of steam there. He was running. If he would have caught that, I am sure he could have gotten that first down. But he won't. 4th and 9. And Blue Valley North. Is Blue Valley North going to go for it on 4th and 9? It looks like it. No, they won't. It'll be a punt. Frankie Triban punts it low and punts it out of bounds. So, as said earlier, Triban can punt, and Blue Valley North loves to use it to their advantage to distract and not show any punting, and then punt. Catch the other team off guards. And that certainly worked against the Tigers. So as the kick goes out the end of the end zone, it'll be out to the 25-yard line for Chris Ayo, Charlie Stachevek, and the Tigers offense. Chris Ayo's out there. And he'll hand it off. Spin move. Charlie Stachevak. Speak of him, and he shall rush for 5 yards. Gets a spin move and gets some extra yardage. As a result, 2nd and 5 for the Tigers. So the Mustangs' offensive drive just sputters out just really close to that end zone, and they can't quite get it. As they'll do a screen pass there, Grady Westfall, but it's a little bit low. They'll collapse, catch it, and nevertheless pick up the first down. Number 97, Henry Hauser, checking out. So it'll be mainly pass protection here. And looks like the Tigers are just going to let that clock run out to the end of the first quarter. 10 seconds left to go. And we'll take a little break as we go into the second quarter. Blue Valley High 14, Blue Valley North 0. 14 points already in that first quarter for Blue Valley High. Now, to begin the second quarter, we'll pick up right where we left off. First and 10 at the 30 for Blue Valley. Chris Iayo's in there. Set a receiver in motion. But they'll hand it off. No, they won't. Iayo's going to keep it. Wide open man, Jackson Hopper. And the fake works to a dime. 15-yard gain for Jackson Hopper. He jumps up to snag that ball. And first down, Tigers. Here's Iayo. First and 10. Hands it off to Charlie Stachevak. He makes some jumps and still up. Charlie Stachevak has an incredible ability to break tackles. Seemed like he would be down on the line of scrimmage there, but he says no and runs for a big gain. More than 10 there. And with that play, the Tigers have crossed into Mustang territory. 39 yards to go to the end zone for Blue Valley. 3 wide receivers out. But no, they'll hand it to Stachevak. Finds a gap, but he is brought down quick by Braylon Johnson. Braylon Johnson saw that coming there. So, a little bit lacking for the Mustangs defense. They're missing a player. Ashton Morgan, unfortunately, was hurt last game. However, before he got his injury, he did have 1 interception and almost returned it for a touchdown. So, a key player missing from this Mustangs defense. As Iayo is going to be forced to scramble. He'll throw, though. He'll find a man, and he'll go in. And Westfall in for the touchdown. 39-yard reception and 20-0. Here's going to be the kick. And perfectly orchestrated pass play. Iayo receives some pressure, but doesn't let it stop him. Instead of scrambling, he keeps his eyes downfield and throws it. Now for the kick. It's good. Now 21-0. Now make no mistake, however, last week Blue Valley North was down 0-21 against Blue Valley West. And by the end of the third quarter, they were up 28-21. So we'll see if the same thing happens this week, but all I'm trying to say here is don't count out the Mustangs. Certainly some clutch ability on this offense, and especially this defense, as I just said, Ashton Morgan, to have that big interception. Last game, Owen Perkins, 3 tackles for loss and 5 general tackles. So, a good defensive performance. Kick is out. And will not be received. It'll go right out the back of the end zone. Mustangs will start on the 25. So, talking about offense and defense having that clutch ability, we know Frankie Triban is the guy to look out for on offense when they're down big. Last week, 2 touchdowns, 1 receiving and 1 rushing. He had 85 receiving yards and 80 rushing yards, so an incredible stat line. Last week against Blue Valley West. Improved their record to 39 in the state as they'll hand it to Triban. He'll break some tackles, but he gets brought down rather hard there by McGuire Richmond. And he himself had 10 tackles last game. And every week, McGuire Richmond proves why he's going to Kansas State next fall. Now Anderson takes the snap, hands it to Triban again. Triban hit hard from the side. We'll see who that is with that tackle, and guess who? Number 9 again, McGuire Richmond. 3rd and short for the Mustangs. Anderson is gonna fake the snap. He gets a little bit of a twitch off one of those defensive linemen, but doesn't get a jump. Now he'll audible the play that he actually wants, and I'm sure we'll see it here. It'll be an outside handoff to Triban. He's got a block, and he'll pick up the first down. Good block from Zaya Hill, the tight end. Allows for Blue Valley North's first down. Eight minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the half. Anderson takes the snap, back to Triban, and Triban gets stopped pretty early. It looks like the Tigers saw that coming. In on that tackle, Nico Kokamelli, the senior defensive lineman, 6'3". My goodness, Nico Kokamelli must have drinking a lot of milk to get that tall. Now Anderson looks to Augustus, but Augustus doesn't look back. A miscommunication. Clark Anderson wanted Caden Augustus on that outside run for the pass, but Caden Augustus never looked back until it was too late. So 3rd and 9 for Blue Valley North. And they're going to have to convert here because they're pretty pinned down. They won't go for it on the 4th if they can't convert here. Now Anderson fakes the handoff, passes it to Hill. Hill slips, and because he slips, can't gain speed there before number 56, Hendricks Hillebrand, brings him down. 4th and 8, and here comes the Mustangs punting unit. And back to receive that kick, Parker Stevens. He's out pretty close. Side is not expecting a long kick there. The punt, very high. It soars and out of bounds. So an out of bounds punt. We'll see where it went out of bounds. Just around the 40-yard line. And it will be 40 on the dot. Now the Mustangs defense is back out. On that defensive line, look out for Henry Hauser, number 97. Him and Braylon Johnson are going to be threatening this play. I can just feel it. Now, after a little bit of a wait, comes the Tigers offense, and they're running out. They don't have much time left on the play clock here. They took a little bit of time there. So they'll have to get out into their formation quickly. Ayeyo's rushing them. They'll take the snap quickly. Receiver in motion. Ayeyo's going to look for that receiver, but Braylon Johnson's back there. Can't quite catch up to him, but Frank Hall does for the sack. That ball came loose. Frank Hall not only gets the sack, but punches the ball out. Hunter Mayer picks it up. And the Mustangs now are back on offense. And Hunter Mayer returns that far. Braylon Johnson caused the pressure. Frank Hall caused the hit and the fumble. And Hunter Mayer picked up that ball. A team effort from the Mustangs defense. And Anderson coming back out with the best field positioning that he has had all day. 22 yards to go. And a one-on-one matchup on the bottom of your screen there. Bobby Knighton. Anderson will not look for him. He'll look deep for Frankie Triban. Caught! Deep pass, Frankie Triban. Touchdown, Mustangs! And the Mustangs have struck. The band plays the fight song. A deep pass to Dylan Sarna. And right on the dime for Sarna from Anderson. That, you love to see it passing-wise. Gabriel Aguirre out with the kick and sails it through. Mustangs 7, Blue Valley 21. 7 minutes left to go in this half. And the Mustangs now have a little bit of life in their student section. And after the touchdown, the fumble, the deep pass, the touchdown to Sarna, and the Mustangs are on the board. Now Gabriel Aguirre is going to do his first kickoff of the night. The kick is off. Back to receive. Grady Westfall. He's got some speed, but he's brought down, or is he? He's hit hard there out of the 34. And with that big tackle, Marcel Mena, the senior defensive lineman. Big kickoff impact player for Blue Valley North. So a 22-yard return for the Tigers, and Iaeo's out there. Three wide receivers, one running back, and they'll pitch it to Stachovac. Stachovac running with some speed, but he's hit with some force. Adam Wong hits Stachovac very hard there and prevents the first down. And the speed from Charlie Stachovac, got to be careful. Mustangs seem to have him at the line of scrimmage, but he outruns the defender and goes further than he should have. 2nd and 5. Iaeo's going to hand it off to Stachovac. Henry Hauser's back there. Trips up Stachovac, and Henry Hauser, the tackle for loss. Henry Hauser held on and didn't let go there. Incredible play by Henry Hauser. 6'5", 240 pounds of force crashing down on Charlie Stachovac. And that's a sure to be tackle, as Henry Hauser does a really good job of hanging on even after going down to the turf. 3rd and long for the Tigers. They want to pass deep, and the pass tips. It was intended for number 22, Gordon Lockett. Fourth down for the Tigers. The Mustangs defense is hot right now. And let's not forget, Tigers are the number 2 team in the state. And the Mustangs are slowing them down. So now to punt. Tigers are going to punt. Dylan Sarna, almost blocked by Adam Wong. Crowd holding their breath. And Sarna is going to call the fair catch at the 21. Five minutes and 40 seconds left until the end of this half. And Henry Hauser, he's got a smile on his face as he walks down to the film area. The coach has given a big pep talk to that defense after an incredible sequence from 2 consecutive drives, the fumble and then the 3-and-out forced by the Mustangs defense. And now the offense is back out. Clark Anderson's got 5 minutes and 40 seconds to drive this ball down. Gonna hand it to Triban. They have been loving the outside run tonight. Here it'll go for about 2 yards before Triban runs out of bounds. Avoids that contact. Smart play. So the referees are only going to give the Mustangs 1 yard on this run. 2nd and 9. 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and 1 Frankie Triban in the backfield. They'll throw it to Sarna. Sarna getting some positive yardage. I say 1 Frankie Triban because you never know what he'll do. He can receive, he can run, he can punt. I think a more fitting position title for Frankie Triban is just Frankie Triban. He's a one-of-a-kind player. 3rd and 4. Blue Valley North. They hand it to Triban on the rush. And short, but close. It'll be 4th and 1 for Blue Valley North. And a difficult decision here for Coach Gene Weir, as you've got 4th and short, but you're still on the Tiger side of the field. And looks like they will punt here. They're playing it safe. They're going to take Anderson out and bring out the punting unit. Back to receive, number 13, Parker Stevens. Now, timeout called. Only 4 minutes and 45 seconds left, so only 10 seconds used on that play. After the timeout, looks like the Mustangs will bring out their offense. They are going to go for it on 4th and 1. So after the timeout, they changed their mind about punting. Here we go. Triban in the backfield, and they will hand it to him. Did Triban get it? He might have been short. It's going to be close. Let's see what the referees say. They're going to say they got the first down. So, very close. Very close for Blue Valley North. Almost stopped there. A strong defensive line for the Tigers. It's certainly always a challenge to run that ball. Now, Anderson, they'll hand it to Triban again. Some contact initiated there. Those pads really cracked. Number 8. Jalen Hawkins with that tackle. Second and about 5. So half of their downage gain on that run. That'll be Bobby Knighton, Dylan Sarna, and Zaya Hill, the receivers, and Triban still in the backfield. Anderson will hand it to Triban. Triban makes a move, but right behind them, Lincoln Stoof, there to bring him down. And get ready for this. Defensive lineman Lincoln Stoof has offers from Utah State, Army, Pitt State, Air Force, Missouri State, and North Dakota State University. So, plenty of offers there. Lincoln Stove, a force to be reckoned with. as we have a downed Blue Valley Tiger. We'll take an injury timeout, making sure he is okay. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. And it's not looking like the Mustangs are going to drive down for the touchdown here, but anything is possible. Both teams discussing game plan. And an unfortunate injury here. Still down. We're hoping that that player is okay. And he will get up. He's going to walk unassisted to the sideline. So, number 30, Austin Cornelt, got banged up a little bit there, but he shows his grit, he shows his toughness, and walks off on his own. So, we're back out. 3rd and 5. Mustangs are still in their own half of the field. They have not passed yet this drive. However, they just had a passing touchdown. Sarna and Knighton, the receivers. Anderson does want to pass it, but no, he's going to decide to run on his own. He's hit hard. Combined tackle there from the Tigers defense, but to stop him, Braden Gresham makes sure he slows down so that the Tigers can get the tackle. Now 3 minutes to go. 4th and 2. And they most recently went for it on 4th and 1 after a timeout to decide. See what they'll do here. And looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and 2. Tri-Band's in the backfield. There's some extra blockers on that line. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a run here. There will be. It's an outside run. Nowhere. Stopped. Blue Valley stops Frankie Tri-Band. So they attempt the outside run, and it looks like the Tigers just saw it coming. So now the Tigers are going to start on Blue Valley North side of the field. 38 yards to go for the touchdown. They most recently had a 33-yard touchdown. Correction, not most recently, but they have had a 33-yard touchdown, so some long touchdowns can be expected. However, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, it's unlikely. I'm sure an effort will be made, however. We'll see what happens. Ayo takes it, fakes the handoff, wide open man Jackson Hopper. He's got one man to beat. He runs it in for the touchdown. Big passing play. Jackson Hopper, have yourself a game. Jackson Hopper, I don't even know how many touchdowns he's scored so far. He's been a force this game on the receiving end. As first a 33-yard touchdown, and now a 38-yarder for Blue Valley High. Here's the kick. Squire Richmond to kick it off. And he makes it. 28-7. Tigers ahead. Two minutes and 30 seconds still left in this quarter. We're just going to have to see how this kickoff plays out to see if Blue Valley North's going to have any chance at driving downfield, but who knows? Will McMonagle's back there. Luke Prosser's back there. There's some good returners and Frankie Tri-Band. Any one of these games, they can pop off a big return. I'd assume that if this kick goes down the middle, it'll go to Tri-Band. Or most likely, this kick will be booted at the back of the end zone. But no, it won't. It will be received. Tri-Band, no, it'll be Luke Prosser taking it. And Luke Prosser gets out to the 21. Now, though Luke Prosser is a sophomore, it's his first year here with Blue Valley North. He just transferred in from Rockhurst High School. And that return, it still is not likely that Mustangs will score here. But yet again, Dylan Sarna and Lark Anderson seem to have been having a good connection tonight. If that connection cashes out, then expect a big gain. 3 receivers out there. They'll hand it to Augustus. Aiden Augustus picks up a good block, but gets rolled by the next man over. Number 10, Ethan Petrowski. And now Blue Valley is going to call a timeout. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go. As we're in this timeout, I want to thank everyone yet again for tuning in. We've got some people watching from the opposing team, some Blue Valley fans in this broadcast. I'd love to see some representation from both teams here. Yet again, we do appreciate all of you. Now Anderson, 2nd and 9, fakes the handoff. He's flushed out. He'll run on his own, and boy is he fast. He picks up the first down. Gain of 10 yards. So Anderson, the scrambler, runs for 10 yards. 2 minutes left. Anderson gonna roll out. Looks like he wants to throw. Just barely misses his man, Bobby Knighton. Slightly high. Knighton jumps up for it, but can't quite snag it. Gets hit hard by number 22 of the Tigers, Jordan Lockett. After the incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. Blue Valley North. This game running a little bit longer than the other ones. Hope you're all in for the ride. They'll hand it to Caden Augustus. He'll gain about 2 yards. Refs will give Augustus just 1. And a timeout called from Blue Valley North. 3rd and 9. Now back out. Mustangs offense. 3rd and long. Anderson wants to pass, but the pocket collapses, so he'll take it on his own. Outruns a man. Takes the contact, but not before he picks up the first down. So a water break for the Mustangs, some game planning for the Tigers. 1 minute and 25 seconds left. First half. Mustangs on their own 45. They've got 55 yards to go to the end zone. Lark Anderson has been popping up some big runs. Who knows? Maybe he'll run again, but doesn't look likely. 4 receivers out here. And they'll pass to one of them, intended for Quentin Wallace, but just a little bit ahead of him. 2nd and 10. So, in at quarterback right now, Brody Bradshaw. Lark Anderson was taken out, and correction, that pass was Brody Bradshaw, not Lark Anderson. They'll hand it to Augustus, and Augustus, that was the quickest I've ever seen him run. 3rd and 5. So, good run from Caden Augustus. Now, Brody Bradshaw running the hurry-up offense, hands it back off to Augustus. He'll run for 3 yards. So, I'm assuming after some big runs and scrambles from Lark Anderson, they're going to take out Anderson and put in Brody Bradshaw, the other quarterback, for a little bit of rest. Now a timeout called with 34 seconds left. A lot of breaks as both teams are trying to conserve some time to give them both a chance to possibly score. Now, Brody Bradshaw's going back out with that offense. Haven't seen Anderson. Perhaps we will see some of them in the second half. He looks to be all right on the sideline there, so no injury. But Brody Bradshaw. Don't underestimate him. On 4th down, he gets lit up. Oh my goodness. He's going to throw it away, but still can't avoid the hit. And Dawson Merritt with the huge hit. And that's the Alabama boy. And that is certainly some Alabama hitting power. Lights up Brody Bradshaw. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. They weren't able to convert. They've got 53 yards to go to the end zone and 30 seconds to go in the half. Now Ayayo is going to roll out. He wants to throw. He's got a man. So to save time, Grady Westfall runs out of bounds. Ayayo has been dangerous on these rollout passes as he confuses this Mustang defense. They don't know if he'll run or if he'll pass. And I'm sure this Mustangs defense is really playing safe with that as they faced Tate Nagy last week. Blue Valley West quarterback. He loves to scramble. And now Frank Hall in with the pressure, and Ayayo is going to throw it away. So Frank Hall blitzing on the outside. Almost got that sack. Couldn't quite get it. 3rd and 1. Blue Valley Tigers. We haven't seen a run play yet, but Aiden Ward is in there. Now Ayayo. 3 wide receivers out there. Aiden Ward in the backfield. Not going to hand it to him. He'll drop back to block. Big throw downfield for Westham. And it's caught! Touchdown! Another humongous throwing touchdown. Brady Westfall again. A bomb downfield from Ayayo. And he can certainly pass. Brady Westfall snags it in on that deep ball. Incredible catch. incredible run and gets that touchdown. That coverage looked good there, too. Just an incredible play, really athletic from Grady Westphal, making a contested catch against good coverage. And the kick is good. "12 seconds left to go in this game, and it looks like we will likely end the half. Correction, 12 seconds left in the half, not the game. We'll likely end the half with just this kick from the Tigers. Back to return, Will McMonagle, Luke Prosser, and Frankie Dryban. Prosser had the last return. He gained some speed, but didn't get far. Tripped and went down to the 21. Now off to kick it. Correction, not Jordan Lockett. It'll be Cecil Wison. Balls his kick. Hits it. And looks like it will be inbounds, and it will be to Prosser. Prosser's going to run, tries to make a move, but brought down. So the same yardage that he got last time, he goes out to the 21 for the second kick in a row. 5 seconds left. So this half will likely end with Blue Valley having 35 and Blue Valley North having 7. And it'll be a tight formation for Anderson here. Looks like he is going to take a knee and run out this clock. A knee and no pressure at all from the Tigers. Good sportsmanship shown from them. That'll end the half. Blue Valley Tigers, 35. Blue Valley North Mustangs, 7. We'll see you again after the half. And we are back for the third quarter of play in this game, Blue Valley versus Blue Valley North. Blue Valley leading 35-7 right now. Mustangs are going to kick off. One man back to receive for the Tiger. And the cannon goes off during the kickoff. Good kickoff. Grady Westfall. He's already been having an incredible game. Caps it off with a good return. There we go. All right. The Tigers out for their first offensive play of this second half. 3 wide receivers, now 4, and running back. They're going to hand it off. Stiff arm sends a man flying backwards. Charlie Stachevak showing his strength, but ultimately, Owen Perkins gets to him and brings him down. Tackle for loss. 2nd and 11 for the Tigers. And if you are just now tuning in, the Mustangs defense has been rolling except for one touchdown right before the end of the half with about 15 seconds left. A huge pass to Grady Westfall for the touchdown to extend the lead to 35-7. But outside of that, this Mustangs defense has been on point this second quarter and now the third. And Grady Westfall wanted that catch, had it in his hands, but it's broken up. Broken up by Andrew Nam, the corner, number 25. Correction, Andrew Nam, the corner. Now Chris Iao rolls out. He wants to throw deep. He misses his man. It was intended for Westfall for the second time in a row. However, with pressure from Henry Hauser and some good defensive play from Brock Mislowski, Iao's just going to throw it low and play it safe. 4th and 11. And the Tigers are going to punt it off. So right out the gate, the Mustangs force a 3-and-out. Sarna is back to receive this punt. Squire Richmond's going to be the kicker. And Sarna looks ready to kick this. Or to return it, correction. But no, he will not. He's going to say no. He's going to let it roll. And bad choice from Sarna as that ball takes an incredible roll for the Tigers. And now the Mustangs are pinned down after a very lucky bounce from that ball. Here comes the Blue Valley North offense deep on their own side of the field. They've got to be careful here, especially with this strong Blue Valley Tigers defense. Anderson's going to take the snap. He'll hand it off. Won't get far. Frankie Triban with the carry. Won't get far. However, there is a flag on the play. We'll see what that's all about. It will be on the offense, so horrible for field positioning. It'll send the Mustangs back further. They're only 5 yards away from their own end zone. 1st and 15 for Blue Valley North. Frankie Triban's on the backfield. Now, do you pass or do you run here? Really just not a good situation. The Tigers showing blitz. They will. And was that a safety? We'll see. What are the referees going to say? Will they say he was down? Yes, they will. They're going to say he was down right before he went down. Dawson Merritt, the 4-star commit to Alabama, lights up that play. He blitzed in, took Frankie Triban down, but couldn't quite get him in the end zone. Now Anderson wants to pass. He's got to throw deep. Sarna caught! They're going to say he caught it. Humongous pass. 39-yard pass. A bomb downfield to Dylan Sarna. Correction, Anderson's going to throw a 25-yard pass. Brings them out to the 34-yard line, and they're already hot and ready for another play. So an incredible shift in momentum. Now they'll hand it to Triban running outside. He'll get a big run. Blue Valley North is rolling right now. On first down for Triban. 2 consecutive first downs. Pass downfield, and the outside run to Triban picks up the first down. The Mustangs are rolling. Now Anderson hands it to Triban. Triban bounces off of a tackle. Gets out for a gain of about 5. Now Triban checking out. Had some big runs. They're going to give him a rest and bring in Caden Augustus, the speedster. Anderson wants to throw. He looks deep, looking for Sarna, and it completes. Now it's getting a little bit handsy there was number 3, Joey Lonergan, but the refs were not going to call anything. Refs aren't going to say anything there, so they're just going to say it was good coverage from the Tigers. 3rd and 5. And it seems like just about everyone on the Mustangs offense was looking for some PI there. Now Quentin Wallace is going to check out. In goes Nathan Okara, backup tight end. Quentin Wallace going out with a nosebleed. Interesting to see in a football game. And wants to throw again. He'll throw to the tight end, Zaya Hill. And Zaya Hill fights for more yards. But will not pick up the first. 4th and 4. So with that catch by Zaya Hill, the Mustangs are in the Tiger side of the field, but they're going to have to take a risk here. Looks like they're going to go for it. 4th and around 4, maybe 3.5. Mustang's going to go for it. Augustus in the backfield. Anderson wants to pass. Pressure. His man falls. But there is a flag on the play. There was pressure coming in. Zaya Hill tracked that ball perfectly, but got lost in translation. Trips. What could have been a humongous gain does not cash through. Good pressure from Blue Valley, but we're going to call pass interference on Zaya Hill. So, some pass interference on Zaya Hill. Must be the reason why he fell. So, big gain for the Mustangs. It will be a spot of the foul penalty. And Blue Valley North now threatening the red zone. And we saw the frustration from Zaya Hill there after that call. But he did gain the flag. However, he was certainly mad. Expect to see him pop off a play, playing with some anger. Speaking of playing with anger, Triban seems to always run mad. Gonna run, but he will be stuffed. Gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. So 2nd and 10. And the Mustangs have been gaining quick, but slowing down. We'll see what happens here. A very risky deep pass call on 4th down. Now Anderson hands it to Tryban. Tryban gets some yardage and gets stopped. 3rd and 6. Now to throw, Anderson throws it to Sarna. Sarna reaches for the 1st down. Will the ref say he got it, though? Let's see. Looks like they're going to mark him short. Wow, referees are going to mark Dylan Sarna very short here. 4th and 2. Now, up here in the press box, it didn't look like he was that short of the 1st down, but what the referees say will stand. Anderson with Tryban in the backfield is going to fake the handoff. 4 defensive linemen getting through on that play, and Anderson has to dump it off. Does not get it for the 4th down. Incredible defensive play from the Tigers. Every single man beat his offensive lineman and came crashing in on Lark Anderson. Now, Dylan Sarna recently been having a good game, and maybe he's celebrating as he just recently received a baseball scholarship offer from Pitt State University. And missed tackle for Aiello. He's going to run it on his own. Slides before any contact. So Dylan Sarna just received a few days ago an offer from Pitt State to play baseball. We'll see what sport he'll go to, baseball or football. Similar situation for the Blue Valley Tigers. Now, Grady Westfall, he's been balling out all night. However, he's committed to Texas for baseball. So Dylan Sarna and Grady Westfall, 2 receivers that will be playing some baseball instead of football next fall. Run, stop short, 3rd and short for the Tigers. Now, Chris Aiello with Charlie Stachevak in the backfield. And stuffed Henry Hauser. What a play! Henry Hauser push way through that line, pushes himself in, and gets the tackle for the loss. 2 yards taken away, and the 4th down forced for Blue Valley High. Punt formation, Dylan Sarna back to receive. Sarna gonna fair catch at the 31. So Dylan Sarna committed to Pitt State. No offer, but committed nevertheless. He wants to play some baseball. Anderson takes the snap. He wants to throw, looking to Triban, but just misses him. Just misses Frankie Triban. So still 2nd and 10. And still on that 31-yard line. Around the 32, actually. And we'll see. The Mustangs have been going to the air a lot more in this second half. Not as many run plays as there have been passes so far. So a change of pace from the first half, trying to make an adjustment to claw their way back. They will hand it off to Triban here. He'll gain a yard or two before being brought down. So still 3rd and long. And it's got to be frustrating. Coach Gene Weir of Blue Valley North has been doing all he can with the rest of his coaching staff, but seems like nothing has cashed through yet. This Blue Valley Tigers defense is all over the place. The offense couldn't convert on a huge pass down to Sarno. Couldn't capitalize on it, correction. As now to be a pass to Triban. Triban fights for the first down. So crucial 3rd down conversion for Frankie Triban. Apologies for the delay on that previous call. So a gain of 10 is 1 yard extra than what the Mustangs need. There's 3 minutes and 25 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. And we're starting to get down to the wire for the Mustangs to come back. Quick pass to Bobby Knighton. Really close to the first down, but will not get it. And Bobby Knighton, good catch, hauls it in, and quickly turns around to meet the contact and pick up that first down. Oh, Bobby Knighton last game did have a touchdown. Hasn't had one this game, but who knows? They do like him on that jet sweep play. That's what he scored on last game, and he had a few other jet sweeps against West as well. He'll be in on wide receiver, bottom of your screen. They'll look for him, but just a little bit too high from Anderson. Knighton can't quite jump up to catch it. So 3rd and inches. They put Augustus in, but no, they'll change their minds. They're going to put Triban in, and that is almost a telltale sign that they're going to try to punch it through here with Triban. Seems like the Tigers, though, are only going to rush 3 defensive linemen. So expect a blitz here from these linebackers. Triban line up. They will hand it off to him. And a good rush from Triban. Yeah, meets that gap perfectly. And this Blue Valley North offensive line has only had just a few mistakes this game. Mainly, this offensive line has been cooking all night. And that is really something when you're going against this Tigers defense with 2 D1 college commits on that defensive line. That is something to be proud of. Now Anderson drops back to snap. He's going to throw, rolls out, and just misses his man. Intended for the tight end, Quentin Wallace. He ran an incredible route there, but couldn't quite get to it. Second and 10. Now Anderson hands it to Triban. Triban has a good blocking convoy. He stays in for a big rush. 15 yards for Frankie Triban. And have a day, Frankie Triban. He's not going to rush for 15 yards. I'm going to correct myself. He rushed for 19. They'll go it right back to Triban, but he will not get anywhere. Number 33, Nico Cocamelli, stops him. Nico Cocamelli. That name reminds me of something. I can't quite put my finger on it. Now they'll take out Triban, put in Augustus, and it is really nice to have a running back duo like this with Augustus and Triban that you can change out when one gets tired. They're both really good running backs. As now Anderson's going to roll out. He wants to pass. He's going to throw deep to Quentin Wallace. Did he catch that? He did! Quentin Wallace, the contested catch. What a catch from Quentin Wallace. The ball was in the defensive back's hands, but Quentin Wallace catches it, takes it away from his defensive back's hands, and gets the touchdown. And an incredible catch from Quentin Wallace. Mosses his defensive back. And the kick from Aguirre is good. 14-35, a minute and 25 seconds left to play in this third quarter. And blurred lines by Robin Thicke plays over this stadium's loudspeaker. And I'm sure that catch was a little bit blurry for Quentin Wallace as he makes that contested catch very well. Oh, for the kick, Gabriel Aguirre, celebratory. And Quentin Wallace very happy after that kick, but got to get back to business on this kickoff. And nice kickoff coverage from the Mustangs. Adam Long stops the return at the 22. Now, lots of wide receivers out here for the Tigers. 4 out, but no, they'll still run it to Charlie Stodervac and stuffed again. And Blue Valley North, offensively and defensively, is on a roll. Owen Perkins rushes in there and gets that tackle for loss. And Charlie Stodervac has not been able to get past line of scrimmage on his previous runs. He's just been getting stuffed by the defense. The Stangs are clearly hot right now, but they've still got some ground to gain if they want to tie this game up. Lots of wide receivers out. Ayayo looks to pass. He's going to throw it to Hopper, but no, Hopper drops it. Good coverage by number 22, Aiden Bolton. And he makes sure it can't be caught. And that's the type of coverage you love to see, where Aiden Bolton doesn't contain Jackson Hopper. He's right on him. He's playing mind games with Ayayo there. Ayayo didn't see him. And last second, Aiden Bolton pops into the scene and makes sure that Jackson Hopper can't catch it. So Ayayo wants to pass again. Looks like he'll rush, but he's still looking downfield. Points to go down far. He's got a man open. Let's see who that is. Guess who? It's number 15, Grady Westfall. And Grady Westfall capitalizing, and after a slow start to the Tigers offense, Grady Westfall changed that. No rest for the touchdown scorer, Quentin Wallace. And Henry Hauser breaks through that defensive line, pushes Charlie Stodervac back. Correction, Henry Hauser makes it through that offensive line. Pushes Stodervac back, and eventually out of bounds. Him and Frank Hall make sure Stodervac can't get far. So, Charlie Stodervac, that is the third or the fourth run in a row that he has not gained any yardage. So, Mustangs defense better be expecting some passing soon, as the running game sure has not been living to expectations after going into the second half. First half it was good, and now Iayo wants to pass, scrambles, throws deep. Will he get it? Yes! Humongous deep pass. Grady Westfall. Big catch. And on 2 consecutive sequences where Charlie Stachivak has been stuffed and then Iayo scrambles out, goes deep, and connects with his man Grady Westfall. And surely Grady Westfall has cracked 100 yards easily. Now Iayo is going to hand it to Stachivak. Stachivak's going to make it through, and he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. 16-yard rush by Charlie Stachivak. He wasn't running that fast, but he surely was running strong. So Charlie Stachivak makes sure that he can't be tackled. And Blue Valley North scores on a big passing play, and the Tigers say, I can do that too. They score on a big rushing play. Now the kick. It's good. And Blue Valley crossing into the 40s score-wise. And now, gonna see this Mustangs offense, and it seems like we just saw them. This game is rolling very quickly. Some electric plays, and 2 seconds left to go in the third quarter. So with 2 seconds left, it looks like all we're going to see is this kickoff. Then we'll take a little break and go into the fourth. Kick is off. It will be received by Dylan Sarna. Not out of bounds, so he'll run. He goes to the outside. Breaks a tackle. Charlie Stachivak on his back and eventually catches up. So Charlie Stachivak makes that tackle. He just had the touchdown. He's been everywhere. Out to the 20. The Mustangs go. And we're going to go into our fourth quarter break here. All right, we're back out. The field has been flipped, and the band plays loud. Anderson takes the snap. He wants to pass. Looking deep. He'll run it on his own. Cuts outside and breaks the tackle. Tigers defensive player a little bit shaken up on that play, but he'll get up. He'll be all right. Number 8, Jalen Hawkins with the tackle. Anderson's been running all night. So 2nd and 6. Now they're going to hand it to Tribound on the outside run, and he is stopped. And guess who? It will be number 3, Drew Arnett. Now, I say guess who, because Drew Arnett really has been everywhere. I mean, he has gotten tackles on receivers, he's gotten tackles on running backs, and now he's gotten tackles on the quarterback, Mark Anderson. So, combo for the big number 3. Anderson's going to dump it off to Sarna. Sarna picks up some speed. He'll run it out. Brought down by Jalen Hawkins. So the conversion for the Mustangs, first down. 70 yards to go for a Mustangs touchdown. Now Anderson takes the snap. And to try ban some good blocks, an outside run, and a big hit. Looked to be a little bit late, but no signal from the referees. Braden Gresham pushing Tryban out. And Quentin Wallace, he's back in the game. He just had the touchdown, the long touchdown. Almost a wide receiver. Who knows? Could he do the same on this drive? We'll have to wait and see. Looks like he's going to be out there. He'll run off. He's open. Anderson wants to throw deep. Just a little bit too deep, though. Intended for number 80, Wes Regal. Now, it's fun to see him getting some snaps on the varsity team. Wes Regal is a star for Blue Valley North's junior varsity team, and they'll put him in on the big team, let him get a tryout, and I'd expect him to show up big. He is certainly an impact player. He's got a one-on-one at the bottom of your screen. Gonna hand it to Tryban, but the play will be blown dead. So, timeout called by Blue Valley North before any play could be ran. So, a little break, maybe some confusion. And you love to see players like Wes Regal in, and I am big on the success of Wes Regal. I believe he will be doing good. Now, here's an interesting formation for the Mustangs. 5 receivers, no one in the backfield. Anderson throws to Tryban. Short gain, and they'll be short of the first down. It'll be 4th down. So that is one of the first times we've seen that formation in the Mustangs. Empty backfield. Now, Coach Gene Weir certainly loves to run with Tryban and Augustus, but here he'll switch it up, and he'll pass to Tryban instead. Frankie Tryban did have 85 receiving yards last game against Blue Valley West. His performance likely launched them up to number 39 of the state for Blue Valley North. They'll hand it to Tryban. He's going to get through for the first down. 10 minutes left in this ball game. This Tiger defense has been balling out, and it's just hard to get past them. They're the main reason of the success today. And through the entire season, this Tiger defense has been showing up. Again, 3 forced fumbles last week and 1 interception. Now they'll run it to Tryban. Ryban gains some yardage, but doesn't go too far. He's brought down by number 26, Brady Hoffman. And the amount of star power on this defense is certainly strong. And it's really hard to get past it. You got lots of D1 commits, lots of impact players, as we like to say. Now, they'll hand it to Augustus. Quick shovel. Anderson's going to keep it on his own, though. He'll run big and run fast. Spins in between two defenders and gets that Mustang first down. So the Mustangs are doing something right here, as they've been steaming down this field. They started very far back, and now they've crossed into Tiger territory. Hand off to Augustus. Augustus breaks the tackle, pushes his way in, and number 36, Hudson Likens, brings him down. Hudson Likens pushing Augustus a little bit after he gets pushed to the ground. Not some good sportsmanship there, but I'm sure they'll make up. Now, Sarna at the bottom of your screen. He's got a one-on-one matchup. So does Bobby Knighton at the top of your screen. I am sure they're going to do something here, and they will. They'll hand it to Sarna. Correction, they'll throw it to Sarna. In a way, they did hand it, as Sarna does have some hands to him. The 8-yard gain allows for another first down. So some consecutive first downs for Blue Valley North. Now Anderson hands it to Augustus. Augustus gets some blocks from Zaya Hill, but gains a few yards. Nothing big. Looks like some clock is being burnt. 7 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Now Anderson, he wants to throw. He's got some receivers going deep. He goes to Sarna, but just misses him, overthrows him by a hair. So Lark Anderson has been looking deep to Sarna and Quentin Wallace all night. Not many have been cashing through, as these defensive backs for the Tigers have been playing excellent tonight. But when they do go through, well, we saw on that Quentin Wallace touchdown, they're good. Quentin Wallace, incredible contested catch. Has an offer from Benedictine College. But I assume by the end of this season, with how Quentin Wallace has been playing, he'll have some more. And Anderson is going to run it on his own. Breaks some tackles. Hit hard. And the ball comes loose, but not before the play is blown dead. Grant Westfall, the brother of Grady Westfall, in on that tackle. So Grant Westfall, the sophomore, just 2 years younger than Grady Westfall. He's the senior. Who knows? Will he carry on the Westfall family legacy? Defensively, he might. Now Anderson's going to roll out. He wants to throw. Throws to Knighton. Awesome play from the defensive back. It'll be number 81, Owen Kreisel. Really good heads-up play. Shows a lot of awareness there. He's just going to dive down and swat that ball to the ground before Bobby Knighton can connect. And some good accuracy there from Lark Anderson. If the Tiger defender was not right in front of it, I'm sure that would have went through for the touchdown. Now Anderson going to fake the handoff. He wants to throw. He's going to roll out, but no, he's sacked. Miller Simpson sacking Anderson. So a loss of 5 means it's 3rd down and 15, and the Mustangs have been pushed out of the red zone, unfortunately. 6 minutes left in the game. So I'd expect a pass here. And they will pass. Augustus will block, but some pressure coming in. Augustus, the safety valve, is going to receive it, and he'll gain 1. So still 4th and 14. Let's see. Mustangs, it's a long kick for Gabriel Aguirre, but he's shown that he can make those types of kicks. But we don't know what the Mustangs will do just yet. We'll have to wait and see. Looks like Aguirre is going to stay out. So 4th and 14. And the Mustangs are going to go for it. Why not when you're far into enemy territory and you're down big? Anderson wants to throw. Steps up. Runs. Brought down. Couldn't get anywhere. Number 99. Stevenson. The first name of number 99, Armor Stevenson. Now that is a name I'd like to have. Armor Stevenson. He is 6 foot, 240 pounds, and he pushes Anderson to the ground. Armor. Now down to the 25 is Iayo and his offense. Just going to hand it off, maybe looking to burn some time. But Henry Hauser is going to pull Charlie Stachevak backwards and make no gain there. Henry Hauser certainly got some strength. That's his 2nd tackle for loss tonight. So his 2nd tackle for loss, and that's his 3rd general tackle. He is certainly having a night. Four minutes and 20 seconds left to go in this game. 3 receivers, 1 running back. They are going to run it. Not Stachevak. It'll be Hayden Ward. Hayden Ward breaks loose. Still not down. Flag on the play. Finally brought down number 17, Gavin Dilley. But Hayden Ward breaking loose on the outside run. And insult to injury. All you can call that big run. And just like that, the Tigers are into Mustang territory with the personal foul added to the play. They might make it to the red zone here. They're just short of the red zone, about 10 yards out. However, the big run turns into an even bigger run, tacking on 15 yards from the personal foul. Now, personal fouls were a big problem for the Mustangs last week as well. Certainly something that needs to be controlled if you want to win games. It may have been the tipping point against Blue Valley West last week for the Mustangs. Personal foul was changed the tide of the game and allowed Blue Valley West to come back and ultimately win, as we know. So it may have mattered. And they likely don't matter as much here. However, still, not good to have it all. Short run from Ward. And we've got a Tiger down. Will take a break, maybe? No, he will get up. And Iayo Taking a little bit on that line. Might run out of time here. No hurry, though. Just going to hand it off to Ward. Ward stuffed. And on the sideline there, Blake Hudkins, the defensive lineman, showing some moves. He is a good player for the Mustangs JV team, a rising star, and I'd expect for him to be on varsity sometime soon. And timeout over. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. The band plays loud. The Blue Valley Tigers play louder. Now Ayeyo, 4 receivers out there. In the backfield, number 31. They'll run it to him, and he will get stuffed. Number 33, Hampton Stites, stopping that run early. So number 31, Carter Seipel, it'll be his first carry of the night. However, he will get stopped, forcing a 4th down. Fourth and long for Blue Valley High. Now, they're not quite out of field goal range, but it certainly would be a tough one. I doubt they'll kick it here. They just punt it short. Let's see what the Tigers will do here. And it looks like they're going to attempt this kick. It'll be McGuire Richmond lining up for the long kick. 37-yard kick. I'm sure this would be a career long if he cashes it. It's got the leg. Does it have the accuracy? No, it does not. It'll just be a little bit left. So, a respectable attempt for the kick from McGuire Richmond. However, he's not a kicker. He is a DB. You'll love to see the talent, though. And as a D1 commit, I'm sure Kansas State loves to see that talent. So we just saw the student section getting hyped there. Couldn't talk because that band was just playing with so much intensity. Caden Augustus diving for the extra yards on that run. And this game is just about over with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the 4th quarter. After a gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Anderson, a lot of blockers out there. And he will hand it to Augustus. And no, Anderson has been taken out. Correction. That'll be the freshman quarterback, Braxton Wagner. Number 11. And it's a smart move from Blue Valley North. They don't want to get their starters hurt. And they want to give their freshmen some experience. So, in goes that. And Wes Regal and Will McMonigal, the receivers out here. So we're seeing some new players. Wagner wants to pass. He'll run after facing some pressure. Dives, and did he get that first down? Yes, he did. Braxton Wagner rushing in. And I'm sure that in the future, we'll see some more of Braxton Wagner. He's got good awareness, he's fast, and, well, he's everything you want in a quarterback. Expect him to take the reins in a few years' time. Number 44, Tate Johnson in at tight end. At the bottom of your screen, Will McMonigal. Wagner looking for McMonigal. No, he'll run on his own again. Another scramble, and he'll run out of bounds. So Wagner, have a game. Wagner, he comes in at the end, but he makes sure that his time on that field counts. 30 seconds and counting for this game. And we'll see if another play needs to be ran here. Yep, just one more play left in this game. Wagner takes the snap. Passes to McMonigal. McMonigal runs out of bounds. And because he ran out of bounds, looks like we're going to have another play. I correct myself. 12 seconds left. So Will McMonigal catching that. Interesting fact. After the beginning of the season, Will McMonigal and another freshman wide receiver, Jax Lemon, switched numbers. So very interesting. Don't see that much. Now a handoff to Augustus. Augustus breaks through. Hit down. Gets up. And it looks like that'll be game. Blue Valley High 42, Blue Valley North 14. Thank you to everyone for tuning in tonight. Thanks to my cameraman, and thanks to everyone viewing. All right.